Right. Oh, okay. Kraven the Hunter is directed by J.C. Chandor, and it stars Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Russell Crowe, Ariana DeBose, and Alessandro Nivola. And in what is apparently the final movie in Sony's Spider-Man-less Spider-Man universe, Kraven Kravenov's complex relationship with his father takes him down a path of vengeance when his brother Nikolai is taken away. Guys, it's finally here. The final movie in Sony's Spider-Man-less Spider-Man universe. At least I think it is anyway. I hope it is. What a film to release, eh? Kraven the Hunter. I saw this opening day in IMAX. That's why. I was pulling no punches with this. I wanted to feel this movie. And coming out of it, what did I think? Did I like it? Was it actually a surprising entry into this universe? No. It was crap. But my God, was this probably the most entertaining movie of the year? I am not afraid to say that this was probably the most fun I've had in a cinema all year. Me and my friend, throughout this entire movie, were laughing our asses off. Because this is truly one of the best bad movies I have seen in a while. It was so bad, but so great at the same time that I'm honestly tempted to see it again. But I don't really want to give Sony my money, so I probably won't. But rest assured, this movie had me and my friend in stitches. The only genuinely good thing about this movie, and I say genuinely good, probably the most decent part of this film, was the action. There's way too many cuts at times, and when there's CGI involved, whoo! I mean, we'll get to that later. But overall, I thought the action was fine. It's probably the best we've had in these Sonyverse films. So, well done. You had that at least. But everything else in this movie is awful. But oh my God. The story is incredibly generic. It has nothing interesting. What could be a decent little revenge story with Kraven the Hunter is just turned into this really over-the-top and convoluted story that has no interesting characters and is just so over-the-top when it thinks it's so serious. Kraven is a pretty dull protagonist. He has an understandable motivation, I guess, but it's nothing amazing. Like, it's so weak for a protagonist. Also, the fact that he gets his powers from friggin' lion blood. I saw that in the trailer, and I laughed my ass off. And I did it when I saw the actual movie. What a way to get your powers, eh? And the other characters are just so weak as well. Calypso especially, I mean, she has nothing going for her. She likes tarot cards, and she's a lawyer. She's basically just there so Kraven can find people that he wants to kill. And then at the end of it, she just suddenly turns into a superhero. Like, she's so good with a bow and arrow. Out of nowhere, like, there's no build-up to it. That was just absolutely incredible. And the villains. The villains are the most evil guys you could ever think of. Russell Crowe's character, it plays Kraven's father. And he's just generic big alpha male guy. He says, like, these alpha male-ish lines in a Russian accent, like, he is weak like his mother, and you're not strong enough. Be a man. Like, just every single line is like that from him. There's also this villain called the Foreigner, who just did not need to be in this movie. Like, you could cut him out, and he does nothing to advance the plot. He has a cool power, like he can hypnotize people and go through them. It's a pretty cool power. But that's all he's got going for him. But the main standout of this movie, and the main reason why this film was so bad it's good, was the Rhino. Alessandro Nivola. God bless him. Absolutely God bless him. Because he knew he was in a piece of trash. And he is hamming it up to 100. Every second he is on screen, he is just producing the most over-the-top lines and the awfulest dialogue. Oh, there's so many scenes I want to talk about, but I really don't want to get into spoilers. But one example, something happens and it is like servant or whatever comes to tell him the bad news, and he does this. And there's another scene where he's trying to recruit one person. Some guy kills someone and he just goes, "That's one hell of a pitch. We have a winner." Alessandro, honestly, God bless you, man. You knew what type of movie you were in. and you gave us something beautiful. And as I mentioned, the dialogue does not help any of these performances or this story. Whenever Kraven finds someone and people ask him how they found him, he just goes, "Oh, I'm a hunter. You know, I hunt people. I can find you because I'm a hunter." Forget showing how calculated and smart he is to find his prey. No, because that'll actually be interesting, and we can't have that. It's just stupid stuff like that, which is so funny. And get ready for this, because this is a line written by a paid professional screenwriter. "My grandmother has recently died. I haven't seen her since." I mean, that's Oscar-worthy right there. And technically, this movie is absolutely abysmal. I criticised the editing in the previous Sonyverse movies, but this is just insane. This probably has the worst editing in all of them. They just reuse shots but flip them so it looks like that the different scenes, but it's so noticeable. And there's so many times where they just slow down shots so they can get a few extra milliseconds. And stuff like that was so amateurish. And it's so clear that this film has been reworked and reshot to death because there's so many weird cuts which are so out of place. One example I do have is when the actor for young Kraven is clearly meant to like barge at his father, but then like it has the most jarring cut and he just like storms out of the room. So it's like just like the sudden like slowdown of movement. And it was just so laughable. The cinematography and the direction is very bland. Like, yeah, there's nothing like amazing about it. It's just generically shot. No style, no substance, no nothing. The CGI. Oh my god. Rhino. Oh my word. When the Rhino from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 looks a million times better than this, you know you did wrong. And finally, the performances were all really bad. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, look, he's a charismatic guy, and I've seen him in many other things, and I like him. I think he's a good actor. But he was putting more effort into his flipping Giorgio Armani adverts than this film. He was so dry. He doesn't even attempt a Russian accent. He just sounds like Aaron Taylor-Johnson. He looked so bored. Honestly, it was an uninspired performance. Ariana DeBose recently just won an Oscar, may I just add. Absolutely terrible here. She is bringing no life to this film. She doesn't have good dialogue. She has probably the worst dialogue in the film, so that doesn't help her. No chemistry with Aaron Taylor-Johnson as well. She's had a terrible year with this and Argyle. Russell Crowe was clearly not trying, and his Russian accent was laughable. Fred Hechinger, I mean, he was okay. He was probably one of the better performances. But still, God bless Alessandro Nivola. Honestly, God bless you for your performance. But yeah, Kraven the Hunter is exactly what I expected. A 20 years too late superhero movie. And my god, did I love it. I haven't laughed this much at a movie in years. Honestly, thank you, Sony, for releasing this. Because you just delivered the best comedy of the year. But with all that being said, please do not go see this in the cinema. The less money these movies make, the better. Just wait for it to come out on streaming or DVD. Get it? Get a load of your friends, get a load of alcohol and snacks, and just laugh at the incompetence of this movie. You will have a blast. Kraven the Hunter, what a film, what a way to, well, maybe end this horrible cinematic universe. Kraven the Hunter is going to get a 2 out of 10, but a 10 out of 10 on the entertainment scale, baby. And guys, that's it for the end of this review. If you have seen Kraven the Hunter, please let me know your thoughts on it. Did you actually like it? Did you like it for all the wrong reasons? Please do let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day. And see you later.